So my name's Hannah Boston, and I'm going to be showing you how to make an origami lotus. Start with a square piece of paper, and you're going to make a fold like this, and another fold like this. And now you have these, and you can see this little center point right here is very important for what you're going to be doing next. So you want to fold all of these corners toward the center point and crease. And that's why these guidelines that you made are so important. Because these triangles should directly match the guidelines. You don't want any of these going like way over here or like that. You want them to be as close to perfect as possible. And once you folded these, you kind of have an envelope-ish looking shape. And you're going to fold once again like that. And again like this. And you have your guidelines again and your center point, which is sort of made by the points of these already. So you're doing exactly what you did the first time. To make it look like that. And you can probably guess what we're going to be doing next. We're going to make another fold like this. And we already have some guidelines from some folds we made before, but it's always good to kind of just reinforce those. And for the third time, fold these towards the center. Doesn't matter at all which order you fold them. And at this point, your model should look like this. And we already have some more guidelines here, but we're going to flip this over. Again, you can see that we already have some faint guidelines there. Again, we're going to reinforce those. To get that, and over here to get this. And at this point, if you're using something like printer paper, it can get kind of difficult fold, so I recommend using something thinner like origami paper. Definitely do not use construction paper for this. It will be way too difficult to fold. And now your model should look like this with these on the back. And what you want to do now is you're going to fold this corner not towards the middle, but just make a small fold so it looks like that. And do that to all four. Again, this might take some muscle, but it's definitely worth it in the end. Ooh. And this last step is probably the hardest. This is when your model turns from this into this. So what you want to do is take one of your corners, hold it down with your thumb, it'll be much easier to pick this up. Turn this over, take this part with your pointer and thumb, and you'll probably want to hold onto this with your thumb as well. Kind of push down with these two and pull with this all at the same time. So it looks like that. And you can kind of see the little curve that's automatically given. Makes it look much more like a petal. And do that to all four sides. Oh, and the smaller you make this little fold, the harder it's going to be to do this. So if you've never done this before, I recommend doing slightly larger fold than I've done. And now, it's kind of hard to tell, but inside here we have these that go up to those. You want to push that down with your thumb. Take this with your pointer finger, push here with this thumb, and do the same thing. Again, do it to all four sides. And at this point, it's just the single sheet thick paper, so this is probably going to rip. And if it starts to rip, don't pull it anymore, but find the corner that you used for the first time. Take this and pull. Do this very slowly. Find it for the second. And pull. That one sort of ripped, but the third. And once you have that done, you have your completed lotus flower.